What's up, everybody? My name is Matt, and in today's video, I got some NFTs I really think you guys would want to take a look at. There's been so much activity recently in the Solana NFT community. Everybody's saying it's Solana summer, and to be honest, I think it is as well. There are so many good mints coming out, so many good secondary plays. We're going to get into it all in today's video, so if you guys are new, you know what you got to do. Drop a like, subscribe. Let's get right into it. So the main thing I've been noticing recently in the Solana industry is there have been a couple of different genres of projects that have been performing very well. We of course have our main, sort of social stature projects like OK Bears, DeGods that have been surging recently, but you also have a lot of older projects which have come out as basically being incredible builders like Soul Punks and some other projects, and the one that I wanted to show you guys today is Bored Ape Solana Club. So this is a project that's been around since around February, January era, and to be honest with you, this is one of, in my opinion, the best resurgences I've ever seen for a project, and definitely by far the greatest derivative project of all time. So right now you guys can see we are sitting at a floor price of around 26, and what I love about this is if we take a look at their graph, you guys will note that yes, we saw some minor increases here throughout January. Of course, at a certain point the floor was roughly 15-ish, but we've basically been kind of in a downtrend for a long time until recently we saw an absolute explosion up until a floor price of 26. Now, why has this happened? Well, this is because the current team of people running Bored Ape Solana Club have done a fantastic job of community building. They've done a fantastic job of treating this like an actual project, not just a derivative. And derivatives get a bad name sometimes, and it is very unfortunate because there are a lot of fantastic projects like Bored Ape Solana Club that, in my opinion, are completely deserving of all validity that comes with a regular project. Because if we take a look here at their Twitter, of course, you guys see they have been on OpenSea recently and actually have been trending on OpenSea, but they've had 100,000 Solana volume traded. They are offering a buy one get one free initiative. If you spend over 100 Solana on OpenSea, you will get one free NFT, which of course is worth around 25 Solana. And again, there is just so much community behind this. There is so many people who actually believe in what these guys have been working on. And hey, take a look at that guy over here, huh? But there's a lot of people who do believe in what these guys have accomplished, and to be honest, that is what it really is about. There are good initiatives for holders, very strong Discord community, very strong marketing efforts, and overall, I think these guys are on the way to being the next 100 Solana project. But before we go any further, guys, let's talk a little bit about my Patreon. I have worked tirelessly to make this the best NFT group out there. By joining my Patreon, you guys get literally an insane amount of content. You'll get a custom Discord role, direct access to me in a DM, full access to Matt's NFT dojo, crypto and altcoin trade signals, access to my exclusive NFT watch list, whitelist opportunities, priority access to my live streams, and so much more. To be honest with you guys, I think it's a steal for only $10 a month. And of course, if you guys would like to talk to me over voice in a voice call, you guys could always join the Emerald and above tier, which has that offered. Currently, there are hundreds of people joining the Patreon every month, and they absolutely love it. Link down below in the description. The next project I wanted to take a look at here is Zenjin Vipers, which just came out today, actually. And what I think is so cool about this project is right now they're sitting at a floor price of 12, but I definitely do think these guys could easily hit 30 or 40, given the fact that there aren't that many new projects, new mints coming out these days that have been really setting the trend right now on Magic Eden. Another thing, of course, is the fact that there are only 2,000 of these guys, so definitely not as much of a supply as a lot of other projects out there, but they actually started with a floor price of 20 when they first went on the secondary markets, but right now they are sitting at a floor price of 12, and I definitely do think this could be considered the bottom. I actually purchased one of these for 10, which I let my Patreon subscribers know, of course, link down below. I let them know right when I bought the bottom here at around 10, but I definitely could see these guys heading up to 20 or 30 at some point here in the near future, because they really do have all of the indicators of a project like that. They were not very cheap to mint. If you take a look at their page, they basically made it explicitly clear that, hey, this is not going to be a super cheap project. You guys can see the public mint here, 3 Solana, whitelist mint 2 Solana, and I think most of them were sold out during the white whitelist. I actually don't think there was even much of a public mint, if any. So definitely a lot of hype surrounding Zenjin Vipers, and the art here is, of course, very much based off of another project out there, Zenjin Raptors, which, of course, a lot of people, I think, have been fans of in the past. This is not, officially labeled as a derivative, but there are a lot of people who have basically said in the past that they are fans of that project and, of course, fans of this one. So, again, taking a look at Zenjin here, we can see there's been a ton of activity. There are people buying and selling these literally every minute, but I personally don't see that activity slowing down anytime soon. And, of course, when it comes down to the amount of listings, only 25% listed. That is not all that bad for something that just came out. I think a lot of people will buy these up as that listing count heads down to perhaps 300 or 250. I definitely could see that happening at some point in the near future, and if that did, you would very likely see some supply shock and obviously a floor price increase. The final project I wanted to show you guys is Tombstone Society, and to be honest, I don't think these guys get enough love. There are 6,666 of them. That is a very, very high supply, and they have managed to hold a floor price of a little over 10 for basically like 2-3 months, and that is very impressive. There are over 1,000 unique holders, which definitely is not bad. There are not a whole lot listed as well. Again, you guys can see in terms of the listing count here, 318. The supply is over triple what Zenjin Vipers is, yet the listed count is actually less. So definitely not a whole lot of listings here. The floor to say 15 is not all that thick when you really come down to it. If there was 1 or 2 whales here, they very much could probably influence the course of this collection here. So again, same thing on Twitter. A lot of collaborations, a lot of different groups they're working with. Famous Fox Federation, they just had a raffle on there. So definitely, still getting the community activity here, still getting a lot of love on Twitter. A lot of people, are still rocking the Tombstone Society profile pic. And again, for a project like this, I don't really see us getting much lower than a floor of around 10 or 11, maybe 9 in the near future. And even with the major crypto NFT crash that we saw recently, Tombstone Society really was hanging in there as a project that was managing to hold its own throughout all of that. So that's definitely a criteria I don't think a lot of people did, sort of use to purchase projects. But hey, if a project survived that massive NFT crash, perhaps it is probably worth looking into as perhaps it may be an option that people are still believing in, even in the darkest times of crypto and NFTs. So that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, you know what to do. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more NFT videos coming out every single day, of course. Definitely let me know, guys, down below in the comments which of these projects were your favorite. I really do think there was a good variety here. And of course, massive thanks to Bored Ape Solana Club for collaborating with me on the video today. I've been a massive fan of their project for a long time, and I have been explicit about saying that. So thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.